Nomenclature of organic compounds and easy way to name organic compounds. Firstly, let me teach you the concept of tetravalent bonds of carbon. The word tetra means 4 and valence means valency. For example, consider this carbon atom. In the last shell of carbon, there are 4 electrons present in it. Carbon needs 4 more electrons to get stability. For instance, 4 hydrogen atoms would share 1 electron each with 4 electrons of carbon. Hence, the octet rule of carbon is completed and the duplet rule of each hydrogen atom is completed. Now listen carefully. A single atom of carbon forms 4 bonds or tetra bonds. Let me repeat it. A single atom of carbon forms 4 bonds or tetra bonds. Thus we say that carbon forms tetravalent bonds or 4 bonds. Also note it down that carbon can form single bonds, double bonds and triple bonds. Therefore remember that overall a single carbon atom forms 4 bonds or tetravalent bonds. Now let me teach you the easy method of naming organic compounds. Firstly, write the root words. For example, when there is 1 carbon atom, it is called meth, 2 carbons, it is eth, 3 carbons, it is prop, 4 carbons, it is bute, 5 carbons, it is pent, 6 carbons, it is hex, 7 carbons, it is hept, 8 carbons, it is oct, 9 carbons, it is non, and 10 carbons, it is dec. Secondly, at one corner of the page, write down that when there is all single bonds between carbon atoms, they are alkanes. We use N for it. When there is one double bond between carbon atoms, they are alkenes and we use ene for it. When there is one triple bond between carbon atoms, they are alkynes and we use ine for it. Now we will learn naming alkanes. For example, consider this one carbon. It forms 4 single bonds with 4 hydrogen atoms. There is only 1 carbon, so we write meth. This carbon forms all single bonds. It is alkane and we write N with meth. So we get methane. Remember that prefix like meth shows the number of carbon atoms and suffix like N shows the type of organic compounds like alkane. Secondly, consider 2 carbon atoms. This carbon atom has formed 1 bond, so it will make 3 more bonds with 3 hydrogen atoms. This carbon has formed 1 bond, so it will make 3 more bonds with 3 hydrogen atoms. There are 2 atoms of carbon. I write eth. All the carbon bonds are single. I write N. So I get ethane. Thirdly, consider 4 atoms of carbon. This carbon atom has formed 1 bond. It will make 3 more bonds with 3 hydrogen atoms. This carbon has formed 2 bonds. It will make 2 more bonds with 2 hydrogen atoms. This carbon has formed 2 bonds. It will make 2 more bonds with 2 hydrogen atoms. This carbon has formed only 1 bond. It will make 3 more bonds with 3 hydrogen atoms. There are 4 carbon atoms. I will write bute. All the carbon bonds are single. I write N. So I get butane. Fourthly, consider 7 carbon atoms. Pause the video and try to name this organic compound. Well, this carbon and this carbon form 1 single bond, so I write H3 and H3. The rest of the carbon forms 2 bonds each, so I write H2, 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 H2 and H2. There are 7 carbon atoms present in it. I write hept. They all form single bonds. I write N. So I get heptane. Thus by this way, we can easily name any alkane by knowing the total number of carbon and all bonds must be single. Now we are going to learn naming alkenes. For example, consider double bonds between these 2 carbon atoms. This carbon and this carbon have formed 2 bonds, so I write H2 and H2. There are 2 carbon atoms, I write eth. We can see that there is one double bond between these 2 carbon atoms, so it is alkene, and we write ene with it, thus we get ethene. Secondly, consider these 3 carbon atoms. Let there is single bond between these 2 carbon atoms, and there is double bond between these 2 carbon atoms. This carbon has formed 2 bonds, I write H2. This carbon has formed 3 bonds, I write only H. This carbon has formed 1 bond, I write H3. There are 3 carbon atoms present in this molecule, I write prop. There is one double bond, I write ene. So I get propene. Similarly, consider these 4 carbon atoms. Let there is one double bond between carbon and carbon atoms. This carbon has formed 2 bonds, write H2. This carbon has formed 3 bonds, write H. This carbon has formed 2 bonds, write H2. This carbon has formed 1 bond, write H3. There are 4 carbons present in this molecule, I write but. Also there is one double bond, I write ene. So I get butene. Now consider 6 carbon atoms in which there is one double bond. Pause the video and try to name it. Well, this carbon has already formed 2 bonds, write H2. This carbon has formed 3 bonds, write H. These 3 carbon atoms have formed 2 bonds each, write H2, H2 and H2 with them. This carbon has formed 1 bond, write H3. There are 6 carbon atoms present in this molecule, I write hex. Also we know that there is one double bond present in it, I write ene. So I get hexene. Thus by this way, we can easily name alkenes by knowing the number of carbons and double bond present between carbon atoms. Now we are going to learn naming alkynes. For example, consider these 2 carbon atoms having one triple bond. This carbon and this carbon have already formed 3 bonds each, so I write H and H. There are 2 carbon atoms in this molecule, I write eth. Also there is triple bond present between carbon atoms, it is alkyne, and we write ine for it, so I get ethyne. Secondly, consider these 4 atoms of carbon in which there is one triple bond. This carbon has formed 3 bonds, write H. This carbon has formed 4 bonds, so leave it. This carbon has formed 2 bonds, write H2. This carbon has formed 1 bond, write H3. There are 4 carbon atoms present in this molecule, I write but. Also there is one triple bond, I write ine. So I get butane. Thus using this method, we can easily name alkynes by knowing the number of carbons and triple bond between carbon atoms. Now we are going to learn naming organic compounds of different functional groups. For example, consider alcohol. The functional group of alcohol is OH. We use ol for alcohol while naming its compounds. For example, consider a single carbon atom to form a single bond with OH. Now this whole thing is alcohol because it contains OH functional group. This carbon has formed only one bond, so it will form 3 bonds with 3 hydrogen atoms. Now if we hide OH group, this carbon contains single bond, so it is a methane. While for OH group of alcohol, we use ol. To combine these 2 terms, we get methanol. Remember that we eliminate E of the alkane part like methane. So this is a methanol, a molecule of alcohol. Secondly, consider 3 carbon atoms and OH functional group is bonded to it. So this is a molecule of alcohol. This carbon has formed one bond, write H3. This carbon and this carbon have formed 2 bonds each, write H2 and H2. There are 3 carbon atoms present in it. I write propane. Also there is OH group. I write ol. So I get propanol, which is alcohol. Thirdly, consider 5 carbon atoms and OH functional group is bonded to it. I complete the valency of each carbon H3, H2, H2, H2 and H2. There are 5 carbon atoms present in it. I write pentane. Also there is OH functional group present in it. I write ol. So I get pentanol, which is alcohol. Thus by this way, we can easily name organic compounds of alcohol by knowing alkyl part and OH functional group. Now we will learn naming organic compounds of carboxylic acids. The functional group of carboxylic acid C double bond O, single bond OH. We use oic acid for it. For example, consider this compound. There is only one carbon atom. I write methane. This C double bond O single bond OH is the functional group of carboxylic acid. I write oic acid. So I get methanoic acid. Secondly, consider 2 carbon atoms and O double bond and OH is bonded to it. This carbon has formed one bond, write H3, while this carbon has already formed 4 bonds. There are 2 carbon atoms, I write ethane. Also there is C double OH functional group of carboxylic acid, I write oic acid. So I get ethanoic acid. Thirdly, consider 4 carbon atoms and functional group of carboxylic acid is bonded to it. I complete the valency of carbon atoms H3, H2 and H2. There are 4 carbon atoms. I write butane. Also there is C double OH functional group. I write oic acid. So I get butanoic acid. Thus by this way, we can easily name carboxylic acids. Finally, let me teach you naming organic compounds of aldehyde and ketones. The functional group of aldehyde is C double bond O single bond H and we use L for it, while the functional group of ketones is C double bond O single bond carbon. We use 1 for it. My personal mnemonic to remember these 2 functional groups is to remember the H in aldehyde and no H in ketones. It means there is hydrogen in the functional group of aldehyde and no hydrogen in the functional group of ketones. Consider 1 carbon atom and functional group of aldehyde is bonded to it. There is only 1 carbon. I write methane. Also there is functional group of aldehyde. I write L for it. So I get methanol. Secondly, consider 2 carbon atoms and functional group of aldehyde is bonded to it. This carbon has formed 1 bond. Write H3. Now there are 2 atoms of carbon. I write ethane. Also there is a functional group of aldehyde. I write L. So I get ethanol. Thirdly, in case of these carbon atoms, there are 4 carbon atoms. I write H3, H2 and H2. I write butane and for the functional group of aldehyde, I write L. So I get butanol. Thus by this way, we can name the organic compounds of aldehyde. On the other hand, consider these 3 carbon atoms. Let the functional group of ketones is bonded to this carbon atom. I write H3H3. There are 3 carbon atoms present in it. I write propane. For the functional group of ketone, I write 1. So I get propanone. Similarly, in case of 4 carbon atoms, I get butanone. In case of 5 carbon atoms, I get pentanone. I hope that you have learned all about the nomenclature of organic compounds.